improvements. In collaboration with the U.S. Army, we have fielded the THAAD 4.0 capability to batteries in Korea and on Guam, and are in the process of fielding 4.0 to the all remaining THAAD batteries by the end of 2025.
Like a lot of us have been to South Korea. I went to Camp Humphreys, celebrate the 4th last year. So we have 28,000 service members in South Korea. Can you just talk about, if you're going to talk to the American public about the importance of being in South Korea, about what the relationship is like with the government of South Korea? How are they a good partner? Is it a fair relationship? How important is it to our national security? Things like that.
Yes, Senator. As a Corps commander currently, as a sitting Corps commander, I've had that very same conversation. It's one of those things that you'd be hard-pressed to get someone in St. Augustine, where my family lives, to understand, but it should be of supreme importance to them that there are men and women, 28,500, which is the floor, not the ceiling, who are there prepared to not only defend our ally in Korea, but to defend, really support and defend the Constitution of the United States and defend her people wherever they might be. I would also tell you that there's something to be said for the will and the resolve of a nation when we take our families and place them in that same environment and entrust their care to not only our ally, for our ally doing what they say they're going to do, but for us to be good for what we say we're going to do as well, sir.
How is South Korea a good partner?
Yes, sir, they are.
And do you feel like they bear their part of the burden?
Sir, when I look at the way that APS-4 is maintained, when I look at Camp Humphreys itself, which you've seen, those are facilities the likes of which we don't even have on Joint Base Lewis McChord right now. We're moving toward it, but in the past 2 years where I've gone over for exercises in the Republic of Korea, what I've seen is a diligence the likes of which I would love to see on my joint base. We see the Koreans erecting facilities. We just opened recently there in Korea 3 new towers for family housing. And that says something when those things go from design to, or decision to design to actual brick and mortar going up. So yes, Senator, I would say they are good partners and friends.
Senator, if I may add, they also have a counterpart to Transcom, and that commander has a relationship with ours. In addition, they have a liaison that's in the headquarters at Transcom. That individual spends time and is able to attend each and everything to make sure that we stay tied. And in terms of being a great partner, very nuanced support even for the annual West Point Annapolis football game.
Thanks, both of you. Thanks for your service. You guys are going to do a great job.
Thank you, Senator.
Director Patel, would you agree that the 2 most dangerous nation states to our homeland and our interests are China and Russia?
Yes, Congressman.
When we have someone like Sumi Terry, who also worked covertly spying on Korea while working simultaneously with various think tanks, and she had been national security official, and she'd worked for the CIA and the National Security Council. And because of her job, members of Congress and their staffs had access to these Korean intelligence officials, and she was paid with, thousands of dollars in luxury gifts. But Director Patel, I get that these investigations are ongoing and sensitive. But to the extent that you can, could you please briefly highlight the severity of these counterintelligence threats, including a rough estimate of the number of open counterintelligence cases that are pending?
We have many, and I'll get you the exact number, sir, in closed session.